Welcome to Money Talk with Michael. I'm Michael Eastham, president of Fellowship Financial Group. Money Talk with Michael is our weekly broadcast where we answer your questions about finance, investment, retirement, and all things related to money. Remember to send in your questions to the email listed in the description box below, and you might hear your question answered on the next Money Talk with Michael.
I'm 62 and thinking about starting Social Security now. I am not planning to retire for another 5 years, but I figure that I can pocket the extra money and save it for down the road. What do you think about this idea?
Now, understanding the way that Social Security works is critical to making sure that you don't get your knees lopped out from under you by making a mistake in claiming Social Security. You see, if you're 62 and you're still working, then you have to watch your income threshold. In other words, if you earn more than about $18,000, then you're going to get dinged by $1 for every $2 of salary that you're earning above that threshold. In other words, your Social Security will get taken back $1 for every $2 over that threshold. It gets a little more confusing because when you reach the year that you hit full retirement age, whatever it is, whether it's 66 or 67, then that income threshold goes way up to almost it's a little over $48,000. And that take back that I mentioned is $1 for every $3 over that threshold. So you've got to make sure that you're aware of those income thresholds if you decide, or if you're thinking that you might want to start Social Security early, but retire a few years down the road. Remember, here's what I always say, that strategy, the choice that you make about Social Security is going to affect you and possibly your spouse for the rest of your life. So you want to make sure that you take all of the options into consideration. And what I always say is very important. It's always better to plan for a 30-year retirement and maybe only live 20 or 25 than to plan for a 20-year retirement and live 30 years. That is a financial disaster waiting to happen. So make sure you take all of those things into consideration. And the real decision about Social Security depends on where Social Security fits in your overall retirement income plan. Every situation is going to be a little bit different. But thanks so much for that question. Thanks so much for watching. Tune in next Monday for another edition of Money Talk with Michael. And don't forget to send in your questions and check out our website at fellowshipfinancial.com and our social media platforms. And if you'd like, you can schedule a 15-minute complimentary call to get your specific questions answered. Everything you need is listed in the description box below.